Welcome to Warwick SU's first ever Transforming Education Awards. My name is Megan Clark and I've been your Education Officer for the 2020-21 academic year. As the Students' Union is a student-led organisation, we believe that student voice is essential to improving the experience at Warwick. With the thousands of SSLC meetings and committees that full-time and part-time officers sit on, we represent your voice with the university. We are always looking at ways to improve Warwick, but these awards are the time when we look back. Students know what creates the best experience for them, and that's why we created this year's Transforming Education Awards, where students create the criteria and put in the nominations for staff who have gone above and beyond this academic year. We've had so many nominations this year, and the calibre of them have been so high that it's been difficult to choose winners. As an SU, we want to say thank you to all the staff who've made this year as good as possible despite its turbulent nature. Now to our first award.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Freeman. I'm the Dean of Students, and it's a pleasure to be here today to present an award. The next award is for supporting students' wellbeing.
This award is for any individual staff member who has gone above and beyond supporting students' wellbeing and/or welfare.
Someone who has ensured that students feel welcome, supported and able to achieve their full potential. We have two winners for this award.
The first winner is Stephanie Schnurr. Along with the professional care she provides to her students, her supervisees, as well as the whole PhD student cohort as the PhD programme leader, she always shows that she genuinely cares for her students, their well-being and their health, and provides personal support. When I suffered financial hardship during the first COVID-19 months, she brought food to my house and helped me to apply for hardship funds from the university, which I eventually received.
Our second winner is Julia Welland from Politics and International Studies. The student who nominated Julia talked about how Julia has gone above and beyond to help them as a disabled student. They say, "She spent the year advocating for my accessibility rights, trying to come up with solutions, and making sure that my tutors are being accessible, but has never made me feel like a burden." Many congratulations to all nominees and winners of awards today. Your support this year has been exceptional.
Next up is the Excellence in Virtual Transition Award. And now this award is all about those academics who have shifted their teaching onto the online space in a very, very effective way and perhaps an innovative way to keep all of their students engaged and enjoying the subject.
But first, I want to thank colleagues across the university for the outstanding response to the crisis and moving heaven and earth to keep the university going over the past year. Perhaps more importantly, I really want to pay tribute to the way Warwick students have responded to this incredibly challenging year. Your resilience and determination to keep studying has been astonishing. You are frankly awesome. First winner, Martin Parker. The nomination said, "Martin taught me mathematical methods in term 1 and he was amazing. He did many videos with clear explanations and gave many examples. He used 3D graphs and moved around the image so that we could understand clearly what was happening." Office hours with him were excellent too. He would ask us in advance what our questions were, and he would then come prepared with some images and graphs to explain things clearly. In that way, we wouldn't lose time. He was very good at simplifying difficult concepts. He used all tools made available, and I believe the way he taught us was much better than it could have been in a normal year. That's a wonderful tribute. Congratulations.
Second winner is Thomas Blake. And Thomas Blake has been celebrated for his excellent work on shifting between loads of different computer software, loads of different online teaching tools to make sure that his teaching experience is the best for all of his students. And that's meant kind of keeping open communication channels all the time, switching between sharing student screens, sharing his screen, and using graphics tablets and other kind of tools to really make that teaching come to life. So a massive congratulations to Thomas.
Hi, my name is Ashley Story-Smith and I'm the Academic Voice and Policy Manager for the Students' Union, and the next award is for Student Voice.
This award is for any individual or group of staff members who don't just listen to students, but act on their feedback and close the feedback loop. This could be through any innovative method to engage with student voice, or just ensuring that everything they do has the student voice at heart.
Student Voice is at the heart of everything we do at Warwick. So I personally want to thank all the SSLCs, the academic conveners, the course reps, and everyone who has ensured that the student voice is heard and acted upon throughout this year while remotely.
The winner of this award is Saran Shantikumar. Saran has always been there for me when I have stressed over assignments or have any feedback on modules. His prompt response every single time are the reasons I find him worthy of this coveted title. He acts on feedback and makes sure everyone is aware that their voice doesn't go unheard. If it is impossible for our module leaders to hold extra meetings to address student issues, Saran will do this himself. I wouldn't have passed my module if it wasn't for Saran's help.
Hi, I'm Letizia Gramagna. I'm Head of Academic Development and Director of We're Here, and I have the great pleasure today of introducing the awards for inclusive teaching.
This award is for an individual staff member who has developed their teaching and learning to be inclusive of all experiences. This could be via curriculum development, ensuring a range of voices are represented, how they teach, and or removing barriers for engaging with the teaching and learning. The winner is Eleanor Guisti.
In their nomination, it said, Eleanor created a pioneering module promoting the decolonization of classics, thus inspiring the students to look past our preconceived ideas of ancient cultures and ancient literature. Congratulations, Eleanor.
So this next award is for student communication, and the criteria for this award is for an individual or group of staff members who have excelled at their communication with students and have gone above and beyond in using meaningful and creative ways to design communication with students to ensure that everyone has access to timely and useful information. So this is particularly relevant this year because of the challenges in communication we've had with the pandemic. And it is my honour to announce that the winner is Rink Desai, who has done an excellent job in communicating with students, particularly through releasing module updates with an estimated timetable and lecture material a month in advance. And this was acting directly on student wants and student feedback. So a massive well done to Rink.
Our next award is for Student Partnership. This award is for a project or activity that is innovative and or excelled student partnership and co-creation. This could be a new project or ongoing activity that embodies the idea of students as partners in their university education. And the winner is Dr. Jane Bryan. As the Student Engagement Coordinator for Social Sciences, Jane has worked closely with faculty reps to ensure their voice is heard throughout the faculty. They regularly met to discuss questions and concerns that arose, and they also partnered up to set up the weekly drop-in sessions, which had good turnout. These feedback sessions were key in acting as an echo chamber for the student voice. She is committed in engaging students in the conversation and is readily prepared to go beyond her role to do that.
Hi, I'm Letizia Gramaglia. I'm Head of Academic Development and Director of We're Here, and I have the pleasure of introducing the awards for innovative teaching. This award is for an individual staff member who has been innovative in their teaching and learning, and this could be through innovative activities, technologies, or approaches. And the winner is Daniel Dauber. In their nomination, it said, Daniel is the departmental advisor for a student-led conference in the Department of Applied Linguistics. As part of the conference committee, I believe that Daniel is doing an exceptional job of using this out-of-class activity as an innovative teaching opportunity. Daniel has helped us to learn by doing. He's allowed us to learn through our own successes and mistakes, all the while being there to provide valuable guidance and advice. I firmly believe that the enthusiasm and innovativeness with which Daniel offered his support to our team has helped all of us to learn to be more professional and grow in a very short amount of time. Congratulations, Daniel.
So this award is open to any individual or group of staff members who you feel should be celebrated for what they've done this academic year. And the winner of this award is Helen Riley. Now, Helen is the Law and Economics librarian. However, over this last academic year, she has been a source of information and advice for so many PhD students in her department. The PhD students in her department have particularly valued the amount of time she is willing to give to them to support their research, but also really help drive their research forward as well. And she has done this for multiple PhD students across her department. So this is why we believe Helen Riley really deserves this award. So congratulations, Helen.
Our next award is Inspirational. This award is for an individual staff member who has been an inspiration to students. This could be through a range of ways that make students feel that they can achieve anything they put their mind to. And the winner is Richard Davis. Richard has brought our learning to life in a deep and meaningful way. His knowledge across the field of psychotherapy and beyond is mesmerising. The inspirational element to what Richard does is that he brings the theory to life. Through his lectures and experimental tasks, he not only educates us about theory, but we ourselves become changed by it. He delivers in a way that we are able to develop a greater understanding of ourselves. He is committed to guiding us to establish working in a way that achieves the highest ethical standards. He is welcoming of students sharing their individual and professional experiences and is incredibly generous when it comes to offering time and space to discuss an array of issues. He has made the transition to online learning as accessible as possible for all involved, as well as managing to work innovatively. His compassion and dedication never falters.
This award is for outstanding feedback for any individual staff member who excels in giving supportive and transformative feedback on assessed work. Outstanding feedback doesn't just help a student know exactly where they are in terms of their progress, but also how they can improve and progress further in their academic studies. And the winner is Stephanie Schnur, and the nominee had this to say about Stephanie. Stephanie has been an outstanding supervisor and that she manages to create a relationship where they feel supported and encouraged to pursue their research and further professional development. Stephanie's feedback and the answers to queries have always been constructive, no matter how silly or impossible the initial questions may first seem. Stephanie's openness in making feedback a two-way dialogue has helped this student grow and think creatively since they began their PhD studies at Warwick. And most specifically, Stephanie's feedback on work has encouraged them to think very carefully about their research from new angles and also helped them to fine-tune their focus, which is absolutely critical at the initial stages of a PhD. Many congratulations, Stephanie.
That is the end of our first ever Transforming Education Awards. Thank you to all students who put in nominations and congratulations to all of our nominees and winners. It is important to share all this great work that staff has done, especially when we've had to overcome the hurdles of a digital and socially distanced year. With Warwick being such a large university, we often don't see great work happening in other departments, but it is important to reflect and learn from others to create the best experience for our students. Tomorrow is Union Awards, where we celebrate the great work of students who have made sure their voice is heard and acted upon. Thank you for watching.